Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Magandang hali, magandang gabi, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kapatid sa dako pa roon. There is no time and space between us. There is only this present moment and we are one. Medyo mahaba yung ating entry today, but it's actually a story. Medyo not a significant, there's not much of a message, but just an experience. So on diary entry number 916, this day is so special for me. Even though I encountered so many sufferings, my soul is overflowing with great joy. In a private room next to mine, there was a Jewish woman who was seriously ill. I went to see her 3 days ago and was deeply pained at the thought that she would soon die without having her soul cleansed by the grace of baptism. I had an understanding with her nurse a religious sister. I had an understanding with her nurse, a religious sister, that when her last moment would be approaching, she would baptize her. There was this difficulty, however, that there were always some Jewish people with her. However, I felt inspired to pray before the image which Jesus had instructed me to have painted. I have a leaflet with the image of the Divine Mercy on the cover. And I said to the Lord, Jesus, you yourself told me that you would grant many graces through this image. I ask you then for the grace of holy baptism for this Jewish lady. It makes no difference who will baptize her, as long as she is baptized. After these words, I felt strangely at peace, and I was quite sure that despite the difficulties, the waters of holy baptism would be poured upon her soul. That night, when she was very low, I got out of bed 3 times to see her, watching for the right moment to give her this grace. The next morning, she seemed to feel a little better. In the afternoon, her last moment began to approach. The sister who was her nurse said that baptism would be difficult because they were with her. The moment came when the sick woman began to lose consciousness, and as a result, in order to save her, they began to run about. Some went to fetch the doctor, while others went off in other directions to find help. And so the patient was left alone. And Sister baptized her, and before they had all rushed back, her soul was beautiful, adorned with God's grace. Her final agony began immediately, but it did not last long. It was as if she fell asleep. All of a sudden, I saw her soul ascending to heaven in wondrous beauty. Oh, how beautiful is a soul with sanctifying grace. Joy flooded my heart that before this image, I had received so great a grace for this soul. Napaka-espesyal ng araw na ito sa akin, kahit na marami akong pagdurusa na nasumpungan. Nag-uumapaw pa rin ang sobrang galak sa aking kaluluwa. Sa isang pribadong silid sa tabi ng aking silid, may isang babaeng Hudyo na may malubhang karamdaman. Dinalaw ko siya 3 araw na ang nakakaraan at nalungkot na malamang malapit na ang kanyang kamatayan na hindi nalilinis ang kanyang kaluluwa ng grasya ng binyag. Mayroon kaming unawaan ng kanyang nurse, isang relihiyosong madre, na kung malapit na ang kanyang paglisan, bibinyagan niya ito. Medyo mahirap ito sapagkat may mga Hudyo rin na nakapalibot sa kanya. Gayunpaman, nagdasal ako sa harap ng imahe ni Jesus na iniutos niya sa akin na iguhit. Mayroon din akong polyeto na may pabalat ng imahe ng banal na awa. At sinabi ko sa Panginoon, Jesus, ikaw mismo ang nagwika sa akin na marami kang ipagkakaloob na grasya sa pamamagitan ng imaheng ito. Hinihiling ko ngayon sa iyo ang grasya ng banal na hinyag para sa babaeng Hudyong ito. Hindi na mahalaga kung sino ang magbibinyag sa kanya, basta't mabinyagan lamang siya. Pagkatapos ng mga salitang ito, nakaramdam ako ng kapayapaan at medyo sigurado ako na sa kabila ng mga kahirapan ng sirkumstansyang ito, ang tubig ng banal na binyag ay mabubuhos sa kanyang kaluluwa. Nang gabing iyon, nang medyo mahina na siya, bumangon ako ng 3 beses upang makita siya. Naghihintay ng tamang pagkakataon upang ibigay sa kanya ang grasya. Kinaumagahan, mukhang naging mabuti naman siya. Pagkatapos, nagsimula ng proseso ng kanyang pagtawid. Sinabi ng madre sa kanyang nurse, sinabi ng madre kanya ring nurse na mahirapan ang pagbibinyag sapagat naroon sila. Dumating ang oras na unti-unti nang nawawala ang kamalayan ng babae at upang iligtas siya, nagsimula silang magparoot parito. Ang iba ay lumabas upang tawagin ang doktor habang ang iba naman ay pumunta sa ibang direksyon upang humingi ng tulong. Kung kaya naiwang mag-isa ang pasyente at nabinyagan siya ng madre. At bago pa man makabalik ang mga tao, maganda na ang itsura ng kaluluwa nito. Napapalamutian ang grasya ng Diyos. Agad na nagsimula ang mga huli niyang panaghoy. Subalit hindi ito nagtagal. Para lamang siyang nakatulog. Biglang-bigla nakita ko ang kanyang kaluluwa na umaakyat sa langit sa isang nakamamanghang kariktan. O anong ganda ng kaluluwa na napabanal ng grasya. Napuspos ng galak ang aking puso na sa harap ng imahe. Nakatanggap ako ng malaking grasya para sa kaluluwang ito. Cousin was very concerned na mamamatay ito hindi na binyagan. So, paano ang gagawin? They also have their own ritual of baptism. Pero syempre iba din yung sa atin. Pero hindi natin sure if this person was baptized even in the Jewish tradition. So hindi natin alam. Pero basta ang sabi lang ay hindi ito nabinyagan doon sa ating sa ating ritual or sa rito ng ating Katolikong tradisyon. Sabi ni Faustina, it doesn't matter kung sino magbabaptize sa kanya, basta mabinyagan siya. Mahalaga na bago siya mamatay ay malinis ang kaluluwa nitong tao na ito. Kasi hindi nabaptize, so from the original sins. And maybe dahil malaki na, adult na, from all the sins that have been accumulated throughout her lifetime. This case is very sensitive. Natatandaan ko, I also gave something about this some time ago. Nakabasa ko ng isang article from a popular writer sa Inquirer, Filipino-Chinese. At this was according to his article, sabi niya. Yung tita niya, I think basta relative niya, was forced to undergo the baptism, the rite of baptism before passing away. Sabi daw nung tita niya, nabuhay akong isang Buddhist, mamamatay akong isang Buddhist. Parang medyo medyo alangan talaga yung mga ganong moves, yung mga ganong galawan. Hindi ko sinisisi yung pare, pero syempre, yun na yung relihiyon ng tao. Parang ang hirap naman na ipipilit mo. So kapag ayaw, by itself, no, alam mo ng ating intensyon, kailangan pala may consent. Kasi kung walang consent, mahirap yun, no? Mahirap siyang gawin. So I checked on the process, no? Kasi hindi lang naman kasi pare ang pwedeng magbinyag. In the case of what Faustina was sharing, yung madre yung binyag. Pwede rin kasi tayo, mga lay person. Hindi lang by virtue of sharing the office of Jesus, yung kanyang pagkapare, pwede tayong magbinyag. Pero in particular cases lang. Kung ikaw ang magbibinyag sa isang tao, valid naman sa Code of Canon Law. At least one parent or the person responsible for raising the child must consent and that there be a well-founded hope that the child will be raised in the Catholic faith. Alam mo na may posibilidad na i-raise into the Catholic faith. Pwede mong binyagan. Tapos pag bininyagan mo, dapat may isang witness. Isa sa at least one of the parents or guardian, no, nung bata. In the case of a child, magiging valid daw yun, yung pagbibinyag na yan. Kahit ikaw ang magbinyag, no? Kahit ako, tayong mga lay. Pero, at nangyayari naman daw yun. Basta, sabi niya, provided you had the right intention. Basta dapat yung intention mo ay tama, no? Gusto mo siyang i-save. Not the intention of converting the soul to the Catholic ganyan tradition or what. But it would violate church law, even if it were lawful for you to perform the baptism. Magba-violate daw yon ng batas ng simbahan. If the child's parents were to find out, they could be legitimately resentful pag nalaman ng mga magulang. Halimbawa, walang nag-witness, walang magulang, walang consent, bininyagan mo. Ano yun, talagang sabi, actually itong write-up na to was written by a Catholic priest. Magagalit syempre yung magulang kapag ginawa mo yun ng walang consent. Kahit pa sabihin mamatay na, no? Wala talaga hindi siya po pwede by the canon law, which would drive them to further from the faith. Lalo mo lamang silang ilalayo doon sa faith. No? Yung mga magulang, referring to the parents. Kapag ang worry mo ay mamamatay yung bata na hindi nabinyagan at baka hindi makarating sa langit, parang gano'n. Ano? Sabi niya, you should lay the worry to rest. No? Huwag mo nang ipag-alala yan kasi the church has never defined limbo as dogma. And the current catechism of the Catholic Church suggests in 1261, you can check it out, sa CCC 1261, that we can confidently entrust an unbaptized infant to the mercy of the Lord, knowing that God wants all people to be saved, and that Jesus said, "Let the children come to me." So, wag daw ipag-alala na hindi yan nabinyagan. Kasi ipagkatiwala mo na sa divine mercy. Pagkatiwala mo na sa Diyos. It may even suffice to just pray the chaplet kahit naman hindi doon sa tabi ng tao. Hindi doon. Kasi syempre hindi ka papayagan nung kaniyang mga kamag-anak. No, hindi ka papayagan na gano'n. No? Pero in this case kasi ang sabi ni Faustina, gawin mo to ng paraan, Lord, no, na sabi mo, you yourself told me that you would grant many graces through this image. So nagdasal siya before the image of the divine mercy. I ask you then for the grace of holy baptism for this Jewish lady. Inihingi niya yun ng consent kay Jesus. No, kung tingin mo, Jesus, ay parang ganito, kung tingin mo, Lord, ay dapat kong gawin ito, this is my intention, malinis siya yung kaluluwa ng babaeng ito. Kung tingin mo ay tama ang aking gagawin, gawa ka ng paraan. No? So, nag-intay siya ng pagkakataon. Hindi naman pinilit. So, ginawa niya, talagang pabangon-bangon siya. Hanggang doon sa dumating na yung time, no, na talagang mamamatay na. Kasi may kasunduan sila nung isang madre na nurse na gagawin nila yon. So, good naman yung intention. It's just that hindi nila kayang kumuha ng consent from the relative of the person who would be dying. Siyempre kasi hudyo nga eh. Kung papayagan mo Jesus na mabinyagan siya, bahala ka na. So, ang nangyari nga yung sinasabi nila nung panahon ng oras na mamatay na, nagpulasan yung mga bantay, humingi ng tulong sa ospital. Siyempre, hinanap ang doktor o ganyan. Basta nag-alisan, kung kaya nagkaroon ng pagkakataon, etong si Faustina at saka yung madre na mabinyagan yung kaluluwa. So this time, ang kausap na nila, yung kaluluwa. No? Pero, yun nga, they just had to be careful kasi kung ito ay nalaman ng relative, magiging illicit, hindi magiging valid yung pagbibinyag na ginawa nila. At pwede pa silang kasuhan noon, sinasaad sa canon law natin. Kasi nga, bawal. Kasi walang consent. Ah, well, ito naman ay adult, no? Pero ano na siya eh, hindi na siya conscious. Yung the person is not already conscious. No? Ang conscious na ng mga oras na to, yung kaluluwa na ng tao. So, it's already between the sisters, ng mga madre, at saka ng kaluluwa. May ano na yan, may pagsang-ayon na yan nung tao na to, nung kaluluwa ng tao na yun. At nakita ni Faustina na maganda, no? Yung kaluluwa ng lumisa. Para sabi niya nga niya, parang natulog lang. Hindi naging mahirap yung kanyang kamatayan. So, sa atin, no, pwede pala tayong gumawa nito, no? Pwedeng mag-baptize, but we have to get the consent. Kung wala yung consent, mahirap. No, dahil mahirap kumuha ng consent, if the intention is really pure, alam mo na no? Alam mo na talagang gusto mo lang maligtas. Maaari natin gawin yung ginawa ni Faustina, Lord. If that would not be possible, leave it to Jesus. Pero ang sabi nga ng isang wag na daw nating problemahin kasi ah ibigay na lang natin sa mercy of God. No, kasi sa totoo naman, ilang percent lang sa buong mundo ang Catholic. In terms of religion, we're not talking about those who do not have any belief, no, the atheist or whoever. Pero in terms of religion, pinakamarami talaga I think is Buddhist. We can't just, hindi natin pwedeng husgahan na mali yung kanilang religion. I don't agree to that, no, na dahil Buddhist sila, mali yung relihiyon nila, mamamatay sila, hindi sila maliligtas. I don't believe it. Ako yun, no, personally. Or Muslim yan, Hindu yan. Kasi meron naman yan. There is a may universality yung baptism. May baptism sa lahat ng na I think, no? May baptism sa lahat ng relihiyon. Kaya nga, if you want to convert a Muslim, may baptism din sila, no? Hindi natin pwedeng husgahan na mali. Yun yung tradition nila eh. And mas naniniwala ako dun sa sinabi ng isang pare that I just read to you na leave it to the mercy of God. Kasi, ano din yun, no? The mercy of God is inclusive, no? Wala siyang itinatangi. Hindi naman sinasabi natin na we are divine mercy devotees at tayo lang yung maliligtas at ang banal na dugo at tubig ni Jesus ay para lamang sa atin. Wala namang sinabing ganun ang divine mercy. In fact, when Faustina was passing along an Orthodox church, no? Pumasok siya doon sa simbahan na yun at nanalangin. It's in her diary, no? pumasok siya dun sa simbahan na yun, nanalangin siya. Nagtaka yung kasama niyang madre kung bakit niya ginawa yun. And the prayer of Faustina was, she was wishing that one day there would be unity. Unity o pagkakaisa doon sa, kasi ito pareho tong Kristiyano, no? It's just that they are orthodox in nature.